Throughout my life, my parents, my mom is here with me today, have always been side by side with me, coaching me, teaching me what my determination, what my willpower can do, not just for myself, but for other people that are around me. They've cheered me on, they've pushed me when I've needed it, and any time that my determination has needed to be rekindled, they have been there to do that for me. The story that I would like to share with you is called Stunt Driver Dream Flyer. She looked in the mirror, but she was that girl. She searched through the bruises and the tangles, and she saw that it was her. She looked like no picture, and she matched no name. She looked into those blue eyes, and she swore she'd never be the same. Stunt driver and dream flyer, through the back hills she tore, up and down those dirt roads, always improving her score. She thought she had a future plan, her dreams had always soared. Stunt driver and dream flyer was racing for that door. Headed north from Boulder to a house she called home. Driving on the highway, something all her own. Trying to get the good songs, you know how it goes. Adjusting that radio is when she went off the shoulder of the road. Stunt driver and dream flyer, that pickup had never flown so high. Blue metal and chrome had nearly skimmed the sky. She let out a cry, and she tumbled to the ground. Stunt driver and dream flyer, not a breath could be found. Only all the angels in heaven kept her from her fate to die, and they saved her, and they gave her one more chance to try. So in great fall, she fought each battle with pride. She walked, and she talked, and she laughed, and she cried. And she danced every dance until her broken back was sore, and she went home with her mom and dad to fight for life more. Stunt driver and dream flyer, that's what she saw that day, when she searched through those blue eyes, and in her heart she found the way. Because in that battered body, her heart was still the same, and stunt driver and dream flyer would always be that way. Loving every moment, and still fighting her way today, stunt driver and dream flyer would always be that way. That summer, every step I took, every word I tried to speak or write, every time I tried to put my socks on, my mom and dad were there for me, encouraging me, pushing me, and stoking the fire that fueled my determination. I had many obstacles that I had to overcome. And some of those challenges I was able to push my way through that year. Other challenges will be with me for the rest of my life. And one of those challenges started the day that I was discharged from the hospital in at Benefit. And I thought that I was going down for my one last checkup so that I could go home with my mom and dad. And Dr. Gorsuch, who's a neurosurgeon in Great Falls, worked on my case a lot, and he took me for a walk. And this was the longest walk of my life. It was the first time that I had walked without a walker. First time I walked without my butt flapped nightie. And the first time I had walked that far with my back brace that I had to wear for a really long time. And he took me down to the ICU. In the ICU, Dr. Gorsuch introduced me to the most beautiful Native American woman. And in the ICU, I held her legless hands. Her body was there. She was on a ventilator, and she was waiting for her family to say goodbye to her. She was the same age as me. She had a very similar accident the same day as me. And there I stood, and there she lay, her battered and rained body just waiting to be let go. And Dr. Gorsuch asked a question. He said to me, "You've been saved, and I expect great things of you. I expect for you to do great things for other people. I want you to think about what you're going to do with the rest of your life. What things will you do in your life that she will never get to do?" Now, since my accident, I have had several aha moments, the major mile markers in my life. When I got married, the day I had Patrick, the day that I had Annabelle. And those were wonderful moments. My other aha moment was my first night at auction night for Intermountain, when we heard about the 4-month-old little baby that was their first admission up in the Flathead. And that moment really resonated inside of me, because that's what Dr. Gorsuch was talking about. That's what he expected from me. And helping Intermountain was not just about me anymore. It was about my own personal goals, my own personal gains, achievements I wanted in my life. It was about helping other people. My determination, my willpower, the fire that my parents have instilled inside of me has carried me through so many journeys. I wonder what that fire can do for other people. And I'm not the only one in this room that has that kind of determination. Everyone in this room has had wonderful, and terrible things that have happened to them that have tested their determination. I know that I wouldn't be here if my parents hadn't instilled or rekindled my determination. Today I have a challenge for everyone that is here. I challenge every one of you to share yourself and to share your determination with someone that needs it. People that need your encouragement to never give up, to never quit, to fight their way through hard times. Organizations like the Intermountain Children's Home, Lawrence Crittenden, YMCA, Shodera, the Cancer Center at the hospital, your local church youth groups, they are all hungry for volunteers like us. And do they want our money? Of course they want our money. But what would help them more than just our money is your time. I challenge you to share yourself with them. Cheer them on, push them, coach them, teach them, and fuel their fire for their determination until they can fuel it on their own. That's the challenge that I have for you today, because the stunt driver and dream fire will always be that.